Today we're going to make the chili garlic squid. First I'm going to show you how to cut the squid steaks, because as you can see they're quite thick. The reason we're going to cut them is we're going to get 4 pieces out of the 2, so it's going to look more on the plate, and second of all it's going to cook a little bit quicker, and in my opinion it is a little bit more appetizing when it's not so thick. So all we're literally going to do is just cut it down the middle. We're going to end up with 4 pieces of squid steak. When you do your prep in the morning, I suggest that you take out all the nice and thick squid steaks prior to you cutting your fried calamari, so that you end up with the nice thick ones. You end up with 4 pieces of squid steak ready for your service time. An important thing as well is we just need to score the squid steaks a little bit. As you can see, just little indent cuts along the flesh. The reason for that is it will stop the squid steak from curling up, and it also give it a nicer effect once it is grilled on the char grill. So we're just going to score those lightly. You can't do it too much, because if you do it you're going to end up cutting through the entire squid steak itself, and then it's not going to give you your desired result, and obviously the squid steak will fall apart. I'm just going to make sure that they're all nicely scored as previously shown. How we cut the squid steak: you need some fried rice as the starch, we need a quarter lemon with a sprig of parsley, we need some chili garlic. I've pre-mixed that in a bowl, you'll see in a minute why. I've got some fish spice, some grilled juice, a little bit of olive oil, and some black pepper. So before we get to grilling of the calamari steak, I'm just going to take my chili garlic mixture that I have there, and I'm going to add the grilled juice to that. You can make this in larger quantities in advance. Obviously we will put a recipe up on WTC, but for the purposes of this demonstration today, I'm just going to make enough for the one dish. What we're going to do now, we're just going to take the squid steak, and all I'm going to do is I'm just lightly going to brush it with some olive oil, and I'm going to place it on the char grill. Very important that you keep one of your char grills separate from the meat side, so that you don't get the same meat flavor as you would on your calamari steaks. So we just lightly rub it with some olive oil. That just prevents it from sticking on the steak grill. We're just going to allow that to grill for a few minutes. Okay, once we've allowed it to grill a little bit, just lift it to see if it starts to come loose. Obviously you can see that it's still a little bit sticky, so we're just going to leave it for a few more minutes just so that it can loosen itself from the grill. Otherwise you end up going to leave half the portion of squid steak on the char grill. Okay, we're just going to turn the squid steak for the last time. I've only turned it once. As you can see, you've got some beautiful scored lines. They're almost ready now for plating. Within the next minute they'll be ready for plating. Okay, before we take it off, our final is just a couple of turns of black pepper, 2 or 3 sprigs of fish spice. Give it a quick turn. We're going to do the same. 1 or 2 turns of black pepper and some fish spice. Now we're ready to plate. I prefer the other side because the score marks are much nicer. So all we're going to do is simply just layer the squid steak around the rice. All I did was I took the coffee cup, as we normally do with fried rice. I just put it slightly off center, just like that. We're going to take the pre-made chili garlic butter we made earlier. All I'm going to do, I'm just generously going to sprinkle it over the squid steak, a little bit over the rice. Just like that. To finish it, I'm just going to take a quarter lemon, in other words a lemon wedge, just a small piece of parsley just to finish it off, and we have our giant squid with the chili garlic butter.